Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Everything.
Not to be confused with Xanathar's Guide to Everything. So, Mitch, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on with this?
What's going on with it?
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, how's the community reacting?
Well, I mean, to the content itself, the community is reacting fine to it. They were a little upset with the method of release of the information.
What happened, Mr. Reddit?
Mr. Reddit.
That's the worst. That's the worst. I believe Wizards, what they did was they cut up all this information about what is going to be inside Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Not the details, but the general table of contents. And they gave all that information to a bunch of different quote-unquote influencers, podcast, Twitter personalities.
We didn't get any, guys. Don't worry.
Oh, no.
All 33 of you.
Yep. Sorry.
And then they disseminated the information that way. So instead of having like one nice spot where you get to go see what's there, you have to, go to 35 different Twitter profiles to get one little nugget of the information, which is different than the little nugget they gave the other Twitter profile.
Right.
So that caused a little bit of mild annoyance in the community on the subreddit.
But we found...
Oh, yeah, somebody took the time to put it all together in one nice bullet-pointed post there.
Reddit post.
Yeah. Thank you to whoever that was. I don't know.
I had heard... I think it was... I don't really know if it was a her, but... Them. So, a little bit about this. We're not going to get super into, what the book has.
Yeah, I think definitely not yet.
We're going to, just go over some of the stuff that they released, and then we'll talk a little bit about the way that they released it, and then we'll share some of those horror stories before we move on, yeah? So, Tasha's Cauldron to Everything. Do love the name. Not going to lie. Super about it. It's pretty good.
Tasha's cool.
Tasha's cool?
Her laughter is hideous, but...
Tasha's laughter is hideous. That is correct. It comes out November 17th, which is the day before my mom's birthday. If anybody was curious, she will not want this book for her birthday, but she might get it.
Happy birthday. 4
chapters on character options, spells, and magic items, group patrons, and tools for dungeon masters. And, it goes into all these things. Classes and subclasses are getting a whole new revamp. Races, I think they're finally changing a lot of the stuff that, people were kind of worked up about. I don't really know because I didn't read the race stuff. Oh, yeah, they did officially say removal of negative racial modifiers from kobolds and orcs from Volo's Guide to Monsters. So that's actually happening.
Oh, that's official. Oh,
it's official, which is funny because we were talking about it on our Discord yesterday.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into the whole argument right now, but I actually didn't realize that only 2 races had negative things to it, which I thought it was I knew the playable races didn't. I knew that the original playable races were all just positive things. I knew it was
and that I think that's the issue is I never, maybe this is just me being new. I never really looked at orcs as
they weren't a playable race. I mean, none of those. So orcs, kobolds, lizard folk, all of that. That's only recently.
Tabaxi, probably.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think Tabaxi were in. They were one of the first not the original playable races. Are they in the player's handbook?
Yeah, that's where I.
Oh, then
no, they're not.
I'm pretty sure
I don't think so.
What did I build?
Well,
I can't remember.
Anyway, kids.
But I know they were one of the first.
They're definitely one of the first
editions, maybe, yeah.
out of the editions.
I don't remember
Either
negative modifiers, though.
There are no negative modifiers for the original playable. The only classes, which re-looking at it yesterday, which again is naivety on my part, our orcs and kobolds are the only 2 that had negative modifiers, and the positive modifiers were not enough to justify the negative modifiers. I could understand if they were orcs get +5 strength and +3 constitution and -2 to what was it, intelligence or something?
Yeah.
Okay, because then there's a little bit of a balance system there where everyone else is only getting +2 in general, but they only get +2 to strength and +1 to con and still got a -2 to intelligence, which at that point you're really only getting a +1.
Yeah, net gain of +1.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. And then kobolds have nothing. They're just -2 to strength.